Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into something pretty fascinating, right at the heart of innovation. The world's full of brilliant ideas, patented inventions, really groundbreaking stuff. But here's the thing. So many of them, well, they just never make it. They don't become actual products people can use.
That's right. It's a huge paradox.
People call it the valley of death for innovation.
Hmm.
It's this dangerous spot where great inventions often just fizzle out.
And often not because the idea itself is bad.
Exactly. It's more about lacking market insight, maybe funding, or just not having the right team.
Or right connections, yeah.
But the big question for us today is, what if AI could, build a shortcut, a highway across that specific gap?
Interesting way to put it.
Which brings us to this concept we're exploring, a platform called Commercialized AI. We're looking at how a tool like this might just revolutionize how patents go from being an idea on paper to actually making money, helping innovators, startups, maybe investors like you listening.
Unlocking all that potential.
Yeah, potential that's basically just collecting dust right now. Okay, let's really dig into this then. Commercialized AI. Its basic mission sounds simple, but it's actually quite powerful. It's about speeding up that whole journey. From invention, maybe just a sketch, or maybe a fully filed patent, all the way to being a successful product out there.
Right. It's about shortening that cycle significantly.
And it's not just about speed, it seems. It's about creating a whole ecosystem, like a marketplace.
Exactly. A place where innovation can really thrive and where, impactful startups can actually be born directly from these often hidden groundbreaking ideas.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is the vision behind it. It's not just tweaking the process.
No, definitely not. The vision is bigger. It aims to be the global platform for patent commercialization, really democratizing access to IP.
Democratizing access.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, empowering innovators, people with these amazing blueprints to turn them into actual tangible things, realities. It fosters a future where entrepreneurship isn't just, encouraged on the sidelines, but actively fueled by these accessible, high potential inventions.
So it's systemic change, not just a new app.
Precisely, a systemic shift.
And thinking about who benefits, you mentioned innovators, startups. It seems like it offers real specific value to different people, including you listening in.
Absolutely.
So if you're an inventor, this could, make it easier to get your idea out there, increase its odds.
Dramatically simplifies it, takes away some of that daunting complexity.
And if you're running a startup,
Imagine having a pipeline, a pre-vetted stream of high-potential tech that could be the core of your next big thing.
wow, okay. And for investors,
It cuts through the noise, you get curated, data-backed opportunities, less guesswork, more strategy.
makes sense. And what about, say, universities, technology transfer offices, TTOs?
For them, it's about efficiency and effectiveness, making sure the amazing research happening actually gets out into the world and makes an impact, not just sitting in a journal.
Right, moving research into the real world. So with all that in mind, what makes this commercialized AI platform different? What's the secret sauce, so to speak?
Good question. It boils down to, I'd say, three core things.
Okay.
First, it's heavily AI-driven. Advanced analytics, machine learning, digging deep for precise patent valuation, and smart commercialization strategies, not just basic keyword search.
AI insights. Got it. What else?
Second, a real focus on disruption. The platform actively looks for those truly transformative innovations, the game changers.
Not just incremental improvements.
Exactly. Things with potential for major market impact, societal impact even.
And the third?
The comprehensive ecosystem idea we touched on, it's blending the tech with the community, with expertise, making it a seamless pathway, hopefully.
Okay, that paints a clearer picture. But how does it do all that? What are the actual features?
Right. Let's get into the nuts and bolts. A key piece is the patent discovery engine. It uses AI to sift through, millions of patents globally, identifying the ones with high potential, the disruptive ones ready for commercialization.
So it finds the needles in the haystack.
Pretty much. Then there's the patent analysis and scoring feature. This goes deeper. Assesses marketability, originality, how broad the idea is. And it assigns these data-driven scores, like a commercialization score for each patent, making it easier to compare.
A quantifiable score. Interesting.
Yeah. And crucially, it provides market opportunity insights, actionable intel on trends, market gaps, where the opportunities might lie.
So it connects the patent to the real-world market.
Exactly. It also tries to facilitate startup matchmaking, connecting patents with entrepreneurial teams who might be a good fit.
The human element.
Yes,
Yeah.
and building that community and ecosystem through events, networking. It's not just tech. For investors, there are specific investor engagement tools, helping them find and evaluate these high-impact opportunities.
And what about valuing the IP itself? That's always tricky.
Definitely. So there are intellectual property valuation tools, data-driven valuations to help with licensing or acquisition decisions. It even includes things like risk analysis for newer tech.
Risk analysis, okay. That's important.
Very. And finally, there's a whole suite of startup commercialization resources, guides, templates, access to expert networks, basically help for turning that patent into a real business.
It sounds incredibly comprehensive.
If we tie all these features back to the bigger picture, yeah, it's clear this isn't just some simple database. There's some sophisticated AI humming away underneath it all.
That's fascinating. So how does this AI manage to, see potential where maybe humans might miss it? Can you pull back the curtain a bit on the tech?
Absolutely. A huge part is machine learning for patent analysis. Think sophisticated natural language processing, NLP, the kind of AI that understands language. It reads and understands the complex text in patents, abstracts, claims, citations.
Like the AI in chatbots, but for patents.
Sort of, yeah, but highly specialized. Then predictive analytics kick in. The system learns from history which patents succeeded, which failed to spot patterns indicating commercial potential.
Learning from the past.
Okay. Another key bit is citation network analysis. It's like mapping a social network, but for patents. We build these graph models showing who cites whom. This reveals influential clusters and helps predict long-term impact.
Like finding the influencers in the patent world.
Exactly.
That's incredible. And how does it connect these ideas floating in patent databases to the actual, market, the real world?
Excellent question. That's where market signal integration comes in. We use things like web scraping and APIs.
APIs, those digital doorways between software.
Precisely. They let us pull in real-time market data, industry reports, news, constantly, so we can correlate what's happening out there with the patent's potential. Keeps the insights fresh and relevant.
So for someone using this, say our listener, if they're looking for a specific kind of innovation, is it easy to search?
It's designed to be. There's a powerful semantic search engine. You don't always need exact keywords. You can ask in plain language, like, show me patents in renewable energy with high originality. The AI gets your intent.
Wow, like talking to it.
Almost, yeah. And for something critical like IP, trust is key. So there's work on integrating blockchain for IP tracking.
For transparency.
Yeah, creating an immutable record for licenses or transfers, building trust into the system.
That makes sense, especially with valuable IP and the sheer amount of data. Global patents. How does it handle that scale?
It's built on cloud-based scalability. Robust infrastructure that can handle massive data volumes and lots of users at once.
Okay.
And extensive API integrations are crucial, partnering with major patent offices, USPTO, EPO, WIPO for real-time data feeds, plus academic sources too.
So the data is always current.
As current as possible. And finally, for you, the user, there's user personalization using AI. It learns what you're interested in and subtly suggests relevant patents, resources, maybe even contacts.
Tailoring the experience.
Very smart. Okay, this is where I think it gets really interesting. Let's zoom right in on the engines driving this. The patent analysis and the patent discovery engine. These are the bits doing the sorting, finding the gold right.
Absolutely. These are foundational. The patent analysis engine starts with what we call patent metadata extraction.
Sounds technical.
It just means the AI pulls out all the key details from the patent document, like filling out a super smart form. Title, abstract, claims, dates, who owns it, who invented it, the tech classification codes, and crucially, the citation data, who it cites, and who cites it later on.
Okay, extracting the vitals.
Exactly. Once it has that, it moves to feature engineering. This is where it calculates important metrics. Things like citation counts, a simple measure of influence, how many later patents build on this one.
Right.
Then there's an originality index. This looks at how diverse the sources it cites are. Is it drawing from many different areas? That signals novelty.
Measuring how unique it is. Kind of, yeah. And a generality index measures how broadly other patents cite it across different fields. Imagine a new material patent. If it starts getting cited in automotive, then biotech, then construction.
That suggests it's pretty fundamental.
Exactly. Big potential. We also look at patent family size, how many related patents are filed internationally, and use machine learning for technology clustering, grouping similar patents together.
Okay, that's a lot of metrics. How does it assess the really disruptive ones?
For disruptive potential, we use more advanced NLP and that graph analysis. It compares the patent's language to known breakthroughs and looks for links to emerging trends. Finally, there's a commercialization likelihood model. This is AI trained on huge amounts of historical data successes and failures. It predicts the probability of a patent being successfully commercialized based on all those features: originality, generality, citation trends, market signals.
So it gives you an actual probability score?
A score, yeah. A data-driven assessment, not just intuition.
That's incredibly detailed analysis. So once all that analysis is done, how does the patent discovery engine let someone actually find these gems?
Right. This is the user-facing part. It offers really robust search functionality. You can use keywords, sure, but also those plain language semantic queries we talked about, or specific classification codes if you know them.
Multiple ways to search.
And powerful advanced filtering. You can slice and dice the results. Filter by year, country, who owns it, or even by that calculated commercialization score focusing on high disruptiveness or high originality, plus citation metrics, tech clusters.
So you can really narrow it down.
Precisely.
What about visualizing all this? Sometimes seeing the pattern is easier.
Absolutely. That's where visualized insights come in. The platform can generate interactive charts and graphs, things like citation timelines showing how influence grows over time, maps of patent clusters by technology area revealing hotspots, even geographical heat maps of filings.
Making complex data easy to grasp.
That's the goal. And to make all this possible, it needs data, lots of it. It pulls from open sources like the USPTO, the European Patent Office, but also taps into richer commercial databases for a really comprehensive view.
Got it. And the raw data itself, getting it into the system clean, how's that managed?
It's a meticulous process. Starts with data collection, those API integrations for live updates plus bulk downloads for history. Then crucial data cleaning and pre-processing, standardizing formats, extracting text properly, getting rid of duplicates. It's vital.
Cleaning up the messy real-world data.
You got it. Finally, data storage uses a mix. Structured databases for the metadata, but specialized unstructured databases like search engines for handling the text and enabling that fast querying.
Okay, so putting it all together, walk me through an example. Say I'm interested in renewable energy.
Okay, so you might type in a query like, show patents in renewable energy likely to disrupt the market.
Just plain English like that?
Yep. The platform uses classification codes and semantic search to find relevant patents. Then the AI models instantly score and rank them based on that predicted commercialization likelihood. And finally, it presents the results, maybe visually, highlighting key metrics like originality score, citation growth, making it really actionable for you.
Wow, it connects the dots incredibly fast. So, wrapping this up, what does this all really mean for the future of innovation? It sounds like more than just efficiency.
It really is. AI, this isn't just a faster way to do old tasks. It's actively reshaping the landscape. It makes it so much easier to find, evaluate, and actually commercialize these high potential patents. Patents that honestly might have just stayed hidden forever otherwise.
It's building that bridge, like we said, across the valley of death for these ideas.
Exactly. And the real aha moment, I think, is realizing how profoundly this kind of platform can accelerate that whole journey. Idea to market. It cuts through the overwhelming noise, the sheer volume of data, and connects the right people, innovators, entrepreneurs, investors. It unlocks IP potential in a way that just wasn't feasible before.
That's a powerful vision. So here's a final thought maybe for you, our listener, to mull over. We've talked about streamlining the commercialization of existing patents, but think beyond that. How might an AI platform like this, by constantly revealing these hidden connections, these unseen market gaps, how might it fundamentally change how we innovate and what we choose to innovate on in the first place?
Yeah, good question.
What entirely new frontiers of discovery might it inspire just by showing us where that unmined gold really lies? Something to think about until our next deep dive.